Welcome to the place where we talk about people getting punched in the face. This is Caged Minds. I'm Micah Frankel, not in studio. Today you guys are coming inside of the office. I'm on my way out to Tampa, Florida, UFC Fight Night 161. But before we talk about that event, I have a lot to share with you guys. You know how we do. We start off with the highlights. Get started Friday night with Invicta FC 37. It was on UFC Fight Pass from Memorial Hall in Kansas City. First highlight, the co-main event, Marina Apova defeats Marilla Santos by TKO, devastating ground and pound. Go on to that main event. Women's flyweight action, Pearl Gonzalez, Brogan, Walker, Sanchez. It's Gonzalez with the takedowns, the strikes. She gets the unanimous decision dominantly. Move over to Bellator 229, Pechanga, California, Paramount TV. A vicious knockout. Tony Johnson, swinging with his eyes closed, knocks out Joe Schilling. Schilling came into the fight unhealthy, breaks an arm in that fall. Best wishes on a speedy recovery. Co-main event, Goichi Yamauchi is able to get Saeta Wad to the ground from the half guard, works the armbar, gets the submission, a minute 40 into the first round. Main event, Lorenz Larkin outpoints former champion Andrei Korshakov. It was a close one. Heavier strikes, flying knee, overhand right, landed by Larkin. A well-deserved split decision victory. Showtime Boxing, the main event not to be. Clarissa Shields, Ivana has been going to unify the middleweight title. That was until a horrendous scene at the weigh-ins where trainer, never even competitor, trainer is put down. James Bashir assaulted, leading to a cancellation of that main event. DAZN also had boxing action and Triple G versus Devchenko IBF middleweight title bout. A close one. Controversially, the decision goes in favor of the draw. Triple G wins. He did do damage, but did not look his best getting that decision. UFC 243 was on tap there in Australia. Biggest fight in Australia MMA history. Let's start off the action with women's flyweights. Ji Young Kim is able to show off her striking, some devastating body punches, and just before the end of the second round gets the TKO finish of Nadia Kassim. Go on to that pay-per-view main card. It opens up with a banger, a devastating knockout. Your Denny Castro catching Junior Taffa with a counter right hand. Lights went out. Australians not doing great on the night in the heavyweight division. Sergey Spivak is able to get down Taya Tuivasa and secure a arm triangle choke in the second round. A big win for the minus 330 underdog. And in the main event, a unified champion is crowned. Robert Whittaker was caught by the counter-striking of Israel Adesanya. A left hook puts him down in the second round, and the style bender now is your undisputed middleweight champion. Sights are set on Paulo Acosta, who he called out immediately after the fight and who he had been targeting for quite some time. Also, we know John Jones is another target for Adesanya. Wait to see the future of the new middleweight champion. Coming up this week, what's on tap? The playoffs begin for PFL. It's the 7th event of 2019. You got the welterweights and women lightweight action on ESPN Plus and ESPN2. Magomed Kiramov, last year's winner, taking on Chris Curtis. Not to mention Kayla Harrison and Sarah Kaufman, both in action. Bellator overseas in Milan, Italy. Bellator Kickboxing 12. Gabriel Varga defending his featherweight title against Christian Faustino. That is your main event on the Bellator app. Also, partly on the Bellator app, you have Bellator 229 and Bellator Europe 5. The Europe 5 portion of the card is on the Bellator app. Dutch knockout artist Melvin Manhoef against former EFC and BAMMA champion England's Yannick Botti. And then tape delayed showed later on Paramount. You have Bellator 229, former middleweight champion Rafael Carvalho versus Russia's Vadim Nevkov. You also have Glory action on Saturday, during the day. Marat Gregorian defends the lightweight title against Tijani Biztani. That is on Glory on UFC Fight Pass. And then, as I said, in Tampa, you have UFC Fight Night 161. The main event, a top 10 women's strawweight bout. Former champion, number 5 ranked, Joanna Jędrzejczyk returns down to 115 after a failed attempt to get that 125 title to take on number 7 ranked contender on a 3-fight win streak, Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie, representing Jackson Winks, coming off of 3 spectacular consecutive decision victories over Courtney Casey, Felice Herring, Karolina Kovacevic. And in the co-main event, WEC UFC vet Cub Swanson takes on up-and-coming young, talented Kron Gracie, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu lineage. Gracie training there out of the Cesar Gracie camp alongside the Diaz brothers. A stacked card that I will be out there to cover, not to mention a special interview that we have coming up in a little bit. Local news and notes. November 1st, Holmes Boxing will be at the Marriott Pyramid. Full details on that card coming soon. Go to cageminds.com. Nowhere to Run 3 will be streaming the event. Amateur Kickboxing, the Small Banger Ring. Go to cageminds.com for full details on the upcoming New Era Legacy Boxing event announced for November 9th. In the news, Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington, the unification of the UFC welterweight title. That bout has been officially added to UFC 245, giving them 3 championship fights. Cyborg's debut in Bellator will be January 25th at the Forum, challenging Julia Budd for that Bellator women's featherweight title. Invicta will be back November 1st with Invicta FC 38, Porto Rodriguez women's flyweight title bout. Bellator will be back in Hawaii December 21st. Ali Malay McFarland defending her flyweight title against Kate Jackson. Bellator Featherweight Grand Prix quarterfinal of AJ McKee, the mercenary, against Derek Campos, also on that card. Combates America has announced a date, December 7th, Hidalgo, Texas, for Alberto Del Rio versus Tito Ortiz. WWE belt versus UFC belt on the line. Not joking, guys. That's going to be a spectacle there in Southern Texas. Talking about the WWE world, Cain Velasquez has made the jump. Him and Brock Lesnar will be battling around Halloween time in Saudi Arabia, controversially, for the WWE Crown Jewel event. Sad to see the great heavyweights all transitioning to WWE. And in that theory, Tyson Fury, the boxing lineal heavyweight champion, seems to be following in the footsteps, now having a storyline with Braun Strowman playing out on WWE TV. Everybody's getting into the pro wrestling world. A lot going on, right, guys? We got to take a quick break. When we get back, got a special interview coming up with one of the competitors from this weekend's UFC Fight Night 161. Cage Minds will be right back.
Johnson, and there's some of those yards right there, right up the middle, and he's looking at an easy run, one man to beat, beats him for the touchdown. 45-yard touchdown by Ortiz.
First down and goal from the 10. Play action and a fade to the end zone. And well, there he is.
Block punt. Let's see if the Mustangs can scoop and score. Scoop and score the touchdown with Western New Mexico. Number 20, CJ Bionis. Out of the play fake. Throwing to Colson in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Off the hot man, and why not? Looking hot, looking into the end zone, and his second touchdown already.
Pulse headed in, and that's 2-0. And I think it's Johnson, and it is. So third down and goal, and it's a keeper for Smith. He broke a tackle, and he's into the end.
Holy fumble. Hit by Calhoun. Ball is fumbled.
Head is one, look out, Garcia's loose. Garcia to goal for the lead, 1-0.
Go play action, rolling out to the right. Now he's going to run with it and break some tackles. Lowers his head into the end zone. What a run by Isaiah Chavez. Wow.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Dream Style Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dream Style Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dream Style Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson.
Welcome back. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be heading out to Tampa for UFC Fight Night 161. Really looking forward to a light heavyweight contest. Many times I've had the pleasure to talk to both gentlemen. Ryan Spann meets Devin Clark. Recently I went over to the Jackson Wink Academy, caught up with Devin Clark. Excited to see your fight coming up here. You and Ryan Spann. I mean, that's a big one, I think, in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. He's a big, tall guy. He's got a couple wins under his belt in the UFC. So yeah, it's going to be fun destroying him. Also got to be fun that your travel is not going to be chaotic as these last two experiences. Yeah, it's going to be a little less stressful not going to Europe or Russia. Just the whole time frame and everything, and I get to train longer. I get to be in the States. Well, I don't leave the States, but I get to stay at my gym longer instead of leaving on Saturday or Sunday the week before. I get there that Tuesday, so it's a lot less time with the travel and being in a hotel and all that. So it's a little less stressful. Yeah. And talk about stressful. I mean, you went all the way to Russia to not fight. So that was heartbreaking. Fill everybody in. What's that experience like from your perspective? What happened? Well, we get there, we have the whole fight week, we're there all fight week, and do the weigh-ins, morning weigh-ins, everything's good, we're having a fight, and then we do the evening weigh-ins, everything's good, we face off, we're still having a fight. An hour later, I get a call from my manager, the fight's off. They said that he was in the hospital, or that's what he said, or whatever. It turned out he had failed a couple drug tests, so he got pulled from the card due to safety issues. And So yeah, no fight. Night before the fight, and then find out no fight. I was heartbroken. I didn't even care. I was just like, I wanted to fight, and you have all the energy built up, saved up, and you're ready to go. And then it's like nothing. And what do you do with it? So I went and drank Russian vodka and got drunk.
And they're quickly rebooked though for another overseas affair. So was that the mindset right away getting back from Russia? Was I got to get the next fight they offer?
Yeah, after I sobered up from from Russia, actually it was actually that night we actually heard about the opponent, and then we researched him and stuff like that, and I think we accepted it as soon as possible. And then I think before I was back in the States, I had another fight booked for Sweden a month and a half later, against a tough Serbian.
Is that tough, the back-to-back camps, the back-to-back weight cuts?
It wasn't bad. It was actually, because you're already starting in shape, you don't have to, you have to worry about, like, am I in shape or not? No, you just train for a fight. Definitely in shape. I went back home for a week or so and saw my family, then I was right back to work. So it was good.
Now talk to me about the Stoyanich fight. Early on, scoring the knockdown, a dominant first round, a tough fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was fun. It was kind of just one of those scrappy fights. He was just a little bit of a scrapper. He wanted to brawl a little bit. I tried to keep my distance and kind of take the fight where I wanted to instead of falling into his let's meet in the middle and brawl game, which he tried to do a couple times. But I was just staying on the outside, hit him with some shots, spinning back elbow, and hurt him. And it kind of changed the whole fight and slowed him down quite a bit. And then just kind of had to wear him down from there, just get his cardio down and let him swing away. He was trying to get the power shots. I just had to avoid those and hit him when he missed.
Your hooks, now we're seeing those straight punches come together. The knees and the clinch were very effective. And your leg kicks, talk about the improvements in your striking, the improvements you felt in that fight.
I felt great in that fight. Just working with the great coaches here at Jackson Wink MMA. Mike Winklejohn, Brandon Gibson, Chad Smith. It's definitely changed my whole game. So just being able to do all that. It's work on the striking over the last 3 years. It's definitely getting better, and I'm able to tie it in with my wrestling a little more.
Is it a comfortability or more just the repetition that allows you to now display the stuff that you've been doing for a while? You do it here in practice, but doing it live in the event.
It's just being more mature in the sport. I've grown, I've matured as a fighter, and I think that's it. Just getting experience, and it kind of really took off after I got knocked out in Canada by Alexander Rakic. I learned so much in that one round of dropping him twice and almost finishing the fight to getting dropped right after that. I learned a lot. So after that, it kind of things started clicking, and there was no more fear striking. I was ready to go.
Now talk to me about the upcoming fight, Ryan Spann. How tough do you expect this one to be?
It's a UFC fight, so they're all tough. Definitely a winnable fight. Grind him out. He's a first-round fighter. He's definitely real dangerous in the first round. But we're gonna, maybe he'll go past that. Maybe if I don't finish the fight first, he'll go, finish him in the second or third, or just grind him out and do what I do. It's a fun fight. It's a good matchup for me. He's a nice, lanky guy, and I've definitely dealt with that in the past and train with that every day. So definitely ready for whatever he's got to throw at me.
We've seen Ryan with the big power come out the win over a Little Nog. Yeah. Also, we've seen again that crazy war with Alex Nicholson that everybody's seen, where they both got hurt each other. That crazy fight. So you expecting somewhere in between that, power punches coming at you, and it could be a craziness?
I expected the power punches to come at me, and he misses, and I control the whole fight.
You think your wrestling, that base is gonna?
I think everything will take over. I just know I'm a better fighter.
Any worry about his ground game? Out of the two of you, I'd say your wrestling would be an advantage, where he has the jiu-jitsu advantage on paper.
Yeah, on paper, paper's paper, but I've trained for everything, and if he thinks that I haven't and that I'm not ready for his jiu-jitsu, he's in trouble. So I'm ready for everything. We train hard out here at Jackson Wink. We got some of the best athletes and coaches in the world, and I've taken advantage of it.
What do you expect will be the next step following this one as you're climbing up the division? Is it time for a ranked opponent?
No, I don't really care. Whoever, I just want to fight and keep moving up. I get paid either way, so as long as I keep moving up, I know I'm going to get my shot eventually. I want to beat everybody in the division and then go for a title shot. I'm not like some of these guys that want to win 2 fights and then call out the champion. That's bogus. So I definitely want to earn my way and fight all these guys, these wannabes, and all these dudes that don't belong in the top 15 or top 10 or top 5. There's guys that just been kind of hanging out.
Obviously, the ultimate goal is the title, but also would you not be in such a hurry because you train in the same gym with the champ, so you're all right with taking out everybody else first?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's definitely fine with me. I have so much respect for John Jones. He's gone out of his way to help me, and it's definitely helped my career. And I can't even fake that. It's just one of those things. It's happened, and I'm blessed to have him and for him to help me. It's a pretty cool thing, especially since I'm in his division. So yeah, I'm in no hurry to get there. Let him do his thing. I'm gonna do my thing. I gotta work my way up. Like, I'm not even ranked right now, so it's gonna be a minute anyways. I gotta work my way up and beat these dudes.
Do you feel that you've seen the division deepen, transform at all since your time with the company?
Yeah, we got some new guys in there, and they're all these a little bit taller, kind of flashy guys like to knock people out in the first round. The thing is, what happens when they can't knock them out in the first round? When they go against guys like me that are ready for your stupid flying knees or whatever your trick shots that people should be able to avoid. So yeah, it's a fun division though. Everybody's tough, and that's what I love about it. And, greatest job in the world.
But right now, you feel, I guess, almost more of a throwback on Mark Coleman, Tito Ortiz, a little bit, where some of these guys are just a lot more striking-centric, like you said, flashy striking-centric.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's kind of where the sport's gone, right? People want to get these knockouts. They want the 50K bonus. And there's a few people fighting that they're still going for the submissions and the takedowns. They're just the wrestling advantage. You got Khabib. He's one of the biggest fighters in the game right now, and he just wrestles the shit out of people, and it works. And and he makes it. He does it in an exciting way, and people forget how exciting that can be.
And you want to bring that same kind of excitement to your performance?
I want to bring more than that. I want to bring that because I can strike too. Like I started boxing when I was 6 years old, so I have a little bit of a background in boxing and stuff like that. But I love to throw kicks. I love to strike. It's just, like I said, I just got to keep maturing as a fighter and being able to put it all together. And it's gonna be a masterpiece, and I'm really excited for it.
And not to mention, talking about flashy striking. I mean, you're the one that brought it up. You landed a spinning back all the last time. I consider that pretty flashy myself.
Yeah, but it was that was in the fight. It's like. Yeah, I mean, if you can land it, it's landed. If it's there, it's there, and that's just. I feel like that's part of being a complete mixed martial artist is knowing when to throw what. And he was vulnerable in that moment, and that's a key for a lot of these guys that are doing it. These guys are vulnerable in the moment because they're like, oh, they react wrong, and when the guy reacts wrong, you have to capitalize.
It's not even this fight particularly, but again, as a martial artist, what do you feel has been the biggest development you've had last year?
Just my mentality going into a fight and staying composed in a fight. A lot of times, like going into the fight in Canada, I kind of rushed things and I got knocked out because of it. And it was a fight that I was winning and I could have won and could have finished him. I just needed to stay a little more composed. So went to the drawing board, worked with my mental coach, and we just were able to stay composed and fight our fight.
Awesome, sir. Thank you for the time. Look forward to seeing you in action here at UFC
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in this week, everybody. I'll be back in studio next week. Until then, watch some fights. Check out CageMinds.com. And also tune into the Sports Animal 6:10 a.m. and 95.9 FM every Saturday, 11 to 1. Check out On the Mic with Mike Adams. Thanks for watching.